I'm in the Starbucks line getting me a Starbucks drink. My favorite drink from Starbucks is the green tea matcha, and I always tell them I want whipped cream at the top. And if I don't get that, I usually get like a salted caramel brew type of thing, which is probably what I should have got. But I end up getting the new. It's called macadamia, wait, white chocolate. It had like several different fucking names. White chocolate, macadamia nut, cold brew. That's what I got. And then I told him to add whipped cream because everything is better with whipped cream, literally. And then of course my baby, she got her a strawberry cream frap, which is pretty much her thing. She likes either strawberry cream frap, um, or she liked the vanilla bean joint. So I'm gonna do an impromptu reading. I'm trying to figure out if it's gonna be a collective reading or a Virgo reading. Um, I think I'll just do a Virgo reading. I guess I'm still figuring it out. um, and then I'll probably try to share some downloads or just some um, honest observations, and that'll just be that. Okay, and then this is like a impromptu like a Starbucks mukbang kind of thing. So that here we are. We just barely left the house. I wanted to like. I mean, it's only Thursday. It's not like it's Friday night, so it's not even that much. Not too bad out here with the traffic. It's really not that bad. Um, I usually like to get out of the house after rush hour and shit. I guess cars out. It's people out, but it's not like pandemonium. It's Thursday night, so it's kind of like um, Friday is when it's like the streets is hot, okay, until like maybe 11. Um, but yeah, whew, I can't wait to get me some damn Starbucks. I've been in the house watching. I like to watch things when it's less hype. I realized that like when I was on Facebook, I noticed that sometimes, especially Facebook, but social media, especially Facebook, can really fuck up a good movie or a good TV show because everybody likes to do the whole like spoilers thing. Like I respect when people say like spoiler alert before so that you could be like, all right, I ain't gonna read that shit. But there are certain movies and TV shows that I'll take forever watching, or some shows I'll or movies I'll never watch because social media fucked it up for me. Especially fucking Bookface. Bookface fucked it up for me. The Black Panther. I'm like the only Negro that hasn't seen the movie. I remember saying that in my community tab, and one Negro besides me was like, I ain't seen it either. So I didn't feel so bad. So it's only me and one other Negro from like 2 years ago. And I'm pretty sure they saw the movie by now. So I'm probably literally the only Negro that has not seen the Black Panther. And the reason why I didn't want to see it is because people on Facebook, they fucked it up. Like, girl, la, 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 la. They just fucked it up for me. And I just didn't want to see it. And it's like, I'll never get to the point where I'll ever want to see it now. They had part two, right? Panther part two. I'm never going to fuck. It just seemed like. But one thing I did watch, which was Lovecraft Country, is that's what I'm watching now. I try to get past the thing about me and black TV shows. I try to get past certain like certain isms, right? Certain isms that kind of come on black TV shows. It's like I just kind of I acknowledge it and I just kind of gloss over and just get to the supernatural shit. You know what I'm saying? The storylines, but you can kind of see little nuances, little isms. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just barely getting into it. I'm on episode 10. I don't know how many seasons I have. I know I did hear that the show, just like American Gods, got too real for them, and it was to the point where they had to cut off the show. Um, the Lovecraft Country show because it was getting too real and it was giving away a lot of stuff, a lot of valuable information, a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? The truth is much stranger than fiction. I'm on episode 10, season one, and it's a good show. Some things I look at and I be like, why Ruby gotta go? Why Ruby gotta? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, never mind. We all know what the isms is and all that bullshit. So that's what I expect from black shows. So I just be like, whatever. Anyway, what's the storyline? Like, give it to me now. What's the storyline? I'm watching it. The Tulsa episode was very like, ooh, that one was so like emotional or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I shed a tear a little bit when I saw that old black lady that got burned in the house. This was during the Tulsa massacre. Um, so that was deep right there. But then you end up seeing her the next episode anyway, as a spirit, as an ancestor. So it was cool. Yeah, it was interesting. I finally got a chance to actually enjoy it because the show is old. Lovecraft Country is old. It been it's not see that's how my timing is. I don't like to watch things when it's too much fucking hype. I don't like too much hype. And I don't like a lot of hype and spoilers, and that's what people did on Facebook. Like they always just came on Facebook and just discussed the whole fucking movie, the whole show. Didn't give everybody a chance to watch it, and everybody wants to sound smart, blah blah blah. Everybody wants to break it down, yada to the yada. So fucking annoying. Um. Oh yeah.
Maybe 1790.
Okay. Oh.
And we're checking if we have more MSs to get today.
All right. Tell
Yeah.
me if I remember damn God.
Let me get it for you, okay?
Okay. You hear honey buns. But anyway, yeah, they be fucking that shit up for me. So I finally got into Lovecraft Country, y'all. 3 years later, because the show came out in 2000. I think they also had issues with the quarantine and shooting it. But anytime they have shows that touch on spirituality and like and blah blah blah, like especially supernatural shows that touch into that and history and like magic and stuff like that. I notice they always, strange things. I'm pretty sure strange things be happening on set, and it just got too real with them. Just like the American Gods. Something about this whipped cream tastes like chocolate to me. Wow. So this is the white chocolate macadamia nut cream cold brew. That's a long ass motherfucking name, bro. They need to shorten that shit up for real, for real. I'm waiting on my ham and cheese croissant. Okay, I couldn't resist, child. Couldn't resist. I didn't even have much of a menstrual. I've been doing a lot of intermittent fasting. My appetite's been like sporadic as hell. But I don't mind though. Thank you. You too. Where are you going, fool? You just come out of nowhere. You know I'm coming out the goddamn Starbucks line. Nope. Let me turn right here. Oh, he's trying to get out. Now it's a little bit of a traffic right here. Relax. Relax, Cassie, relax, relax, relax. I got my little lights on. That's what y'all seeing right now. Wait time. You memorize his voice. That's the same guy that sing that song. I hope you guys are able to see. Something is like, I hate these itchy ass tags. It just drives me crazy. Damn, I wish I had scissors. It's the ham and cheese croissant, y'all. Oh, it's kind of hot. Never mind. Anyway. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a impromptu reading. Let me see if I have some downloads for y'all. Hold on. I already shared that one already. I'm trying to remember what I wrote in my book. I actually probably should bring my book with me. Let me see. I probably have one of my notebooks in here, and I might have something written down because I have a few little notebooks. One I keep one I keep in the car, and then one that I have here. Let's see. I'm wondering if I gave you guys my warmest update. I think I might have already gave you my warmest update. I'm not sure if I have, but yeah, I think I'll give you guys my warmest update because I'm noticing a lot of different things with my body. I've got some compliments on my skin, and obviously my dreams are like super super intense. So this one was the 2 month update, which I think I might have done this video early this month. So next month we'll make 3 months since I've been on the 24K Ormus, and then as far as the CMOS, I've been on the CMOS for about it's going to be going on to 2 months now. And yeah, my skin has definitely cleared up. When I even look at my old videos from, like, you know how your skin renews itself every 28 days, like the last 28 days compared to this one, it's a big difference. I do notice my skin is a lot more clear, and same thing with my daughter as well. um so yeah, I got a lot of compliments on my face and my skin. Okay, I definitely feel less anxiety. Oh yeah, the skull cap too. Is that the one I've been taking for how long have I been taking the skull cap? Oh, I've been taking the skull cap for a month, so it's not even been 2 months. I've only been on the 24 karat gold Ormus for 3 months, pretty much now, um, as well as the CMOS. So okay, um, so okay, so let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. Okay, so I have increased energy. So I do have increased energy to the point of damn insomnia. I can literally stay up. I can stay up for like 2 days if I want to. So it does cause me to be up. And it's not because of this damn Starbucks, because I don't even have Starbucks all the time like I used to. Um, One thing I will say that the Gold Ormus has helped me so much with. Thank you, Spirit. Now I'm going to talk about it. One thing that it helped me with is my manifestation of mental alchemy and the tongue. It's just what I got confirmation. I know you guys saw my community post, and I got confirmation of that, of my mental. So, you know what they say on TV back in the day, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. A mind is a very powerful thing, a very powerful tool. Like, you know, um, now I get it. Oh, they got little lights too, huh? Even the police got their little inner lights. They got him some little red LED lights and shit. Trying to be like me. You know what I'm saying? The LAPD trying to be like me. Anyway, child. um, anyways, no, but no, for real though. The manifestation of my mental alchemy. I think that for my divines, what I want to share in the download is that you guys will start to notice that. I think that's part of what your spiritual gifts and intensifying would mean. Because now I understand what people say when they be saying that now magic is more mental than anything else. That like, of course, like um, candles and working with herbs and tools and talismans and oils. All that stuff is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. But you're going to find yourself needing it less and less. And I'm not downing anybody that uses it because I still use it. I love it. I'm an arts and crafts person. I'm a very visual person, very hands-on person. I'm just as hands-on as I am visual. So I love to work with my hands and use my hands. And I need a physical. I like to have a physical representation. Um, but I feel like you guys are needing it less and less. Yeah, you guys can literally do rituals in your head. That's why I'm getting a divine is being able to have um, be able to do elaborate rituals in your head. All you have to do is really envision a ritual that you've done that gave you a lot of results, that yielded great results, and then you're able to like literally go back to the time and go step by step in your mind of what you did that night and how you felt that night, what you wore that night, and completely be in that moment. The same way how you can travel through time with music and dreams and movies and TV shows. It's the same thing. Okay, 1717 just flashed there. Um, so you'll notice that like and that's what I noticed with 24 karat gold ornaments. I know I'm giving you guys an update, but I feel like other people, I'm not the only one that's having these increasing abilities. Okay. But I do feel like the ornaments has helped a lot with those abilities. Helped a lot with my downloads. Helped a lot with kind of protecting me and softening the blow of any type of psychic or spiritual attacks that could have been thrown my way. It's like it can't happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I've shared a lot. I share a lot on my community posts about certain things, and I know that you guys had saw when I was talking about manifesting, thunderstorms and electric outages and all of the stuff. I did that with the power of my mind. Okay. So like I said, you guys could be able to create rituals all in your head. And that's what I've been experiencing too, taking this supplement. But I'm just saying that in general, period. Like in general. The supplement is just a helpful tool. Just like how, like I said, candles, herbs, oils, books, whatever things that you use to manifest, like physical representations, it's like magic is more of a mental thing. So strengthening my mental alchemy, that was something that I noticed a lot, like just closing my eyes and envisioning it. So that's what I'm getting for the divine as well. It's being able to envision exactly what you want to happen. I know it sounds so simple, but you'll be surprised. A lot of people don't have much imagination, or they lost it. Spirits also tell me that that was earlier today. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Cool. So yeah, so Spirit was telling me about like how you doing okay. That's how I'm gonna say it. Okay. So I yesterday I finally watched the Power Rangers special. I know I was like 2 months late. I finally watched it. I enjoyed it. I liked the ending. It was really sweet or whatever. I enjoyed it, and I was realizing that I had tapped back into the Power Rangers last year. Right, I tapped back into them like about 5 months, 6 months before JDF had passed. I had tapped back into the Power Rangers, and the reason why I do that is Like I said, you can time travel through music, movies, TV shows that you grew up watching and stuff like that or whatever. And it also helps with like inner child therapy. So you know how like when we was kids, like we had an imagination, we didn't give a fuck about what people think about us. Like we weren't how can I say, we were less self-conscious when we were kids, right? We were goofy, we said whatever the fuck was on our minds. um, we didn't care how we looked at, how we sound. We just was completely free, completely limitless, and our imagination was just huge. And now somewhere along the way, you know, you get poisoned by the world and you get bombarded with all these messages that you're not good enough. And that's when the self consciousness comes through, when you start to get into adolescence and so on and so forth. But when you're a kid, just remember that feeling when you're a kid that you didn't give a fuck. And then you had this like sense of wonder. So, um, you'll probably find yourself watching kids play and just kind of like low key wishing you could play with them, but with not like, and it probably makes you feel like because you're grown, can I play with you guys? Like that's some creepy shit. No, I'm talking about like there's some part of you that can watch kids play and just be like, damn, I remember when I used to play, man, da 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 da, or that kid reminds me of myself, type shit. So it's really about like inner child work through watching TV shows and things like that. And then you'll notice that when you watch the TV show or that movie that you grew up watching or whatever, and you get that nostalgia, I feel like you will nostalgic therapy. That's why I might as well call it, right? Nostalgic therapy, and like, and then also an element of like time travel and inner child work when you're watching these shows. And when you watch it with a fresh pair of eyes, uh, it'll give you a lot of metaphysical lessons. Like when I was watching the Power Rangers movie, and then I got into watching the shows because they also put the Power Rangers series on Netflix, but they already had it on YouTube anyway. They got a whole channel dedicated to it. But anyway, when they put the Power Rangers special, they decided to put all the Power Rangers episodes because, of course, the newer generation, whoever watched, whatever kids that watched this movie, it caused like new fans. You know what I'm saying? So of course they're gonna put up the series and shit so that people can know where it all started, how it began, whatever. So when I tapped back into them, I was doing inner child therapy because I was trying to find passion again. I was trying to find that fearlessness that we all had when we were kids, that fearless, huge, big imagination, and nobody can tell me shit, you know. And when I watch a show that with a grown up pair of eyes along with my child, um, I didn't realize that it was that the TV show Power Rangers had a lot of metaphysical lessons. Okay, a lot of spiritual lessons. They talked about like time travel. They talked about all kinds of things, body swapping, demonic possession. Oh my God, they talked about so many things, facing your fears, mind control. They talked about so many things, and it helped to prepare us for stuff. And I didn't realize it. 23 on the clock. I didn't realize that shit. So if you guys have in a position where, let's say that you guys, let me give you a scenario. Let's say that whoever's watching this video is going through a rough time. They're dealing with maybe a spiritual attack, psychic attack. They're just feeling a little down. Like, try to get back to who you were when you was a kid. um, get back to that happiest moment that you were. If you got to do it through music, do it through music, because that heals as well. Because I'm definitely getting sound therapy, nostalgic therapy, color therapy. All right, this is what Spirit is trying to show us, to heal through sound, through colors, through visuals, which is what the movies and TV shows. But get back to whatever that your favorite TV show is, and like literally watch it again as a grown person. Like watch it again, and I'm telling you, you'll get so much lessons out of that. You'll get so much lessons out of that, and you'll be looking at shit like a whole different way, and it helps to feed your inner child as well. Because me, I was watching Power Rangers last night, and I was jumping around my living room like like a damn ninja, kicking my legs up, like yeah. And I was like, yeah, there go Billy. Oh yeah, there goes Zach. Ah, I was just happy. Like I was just like cool. And my daughter's looking at me like, you all right? But anyway, like actually be a kid. Be a big ass kid. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting out of it. Be a big ass kid. Get back to that energy where you were limitless. Get back to that energy where you didn't give a fuck about what people thought about you. You didn't. You remember when you were a kid and people would say stuff and you just like you would totally forget about it and you put yourself first. Like get back into that energy. Okay, spend time with your inner child. Spend time with children that remind you of your inner child, how you were when you was a kid. You know, and talking to them and teaching them things that teaching them things that 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 you wish somebody would have told you when you were younger. And then I'm also noticing that like just like how karma is coming very faster. Karma's coming faster and faster and faster and faster these days. Okay. And I think you guys are starting to see that. But I also feel like good karma, or what they say dharma is coming around a lot more faster, because I noticed that in the last couple of days I didn't realize that I had an impact on people. And sometimes spirit will touch me to reach out to people and say something. I'm like, should I, or am I being invasive? Yeah. And they be like, nah, like say it. You're the one that needs to say it. And I was speaking to someone on the phone. I will not divulge their name or their situation or anything like that. I will take, our conversation, the person I spoke to, I'm gonna take it to my grave, you know, so because I have mad respect for that person. But let me give you guys an example. I'm gonna use this as an example because I didn't know that I didn't know that I can impact people the way that I do, because I really don't really think about stuff like that, or whatever. I'll probably wonder for a couple of seconds. I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's getting to somebody, but I've never had anybody really tell you. Like for me personally, I never had anybody really tell me. I usually always hear the opposite about me, like the opposite, the total opposite, because people want to suppress me, people want to silence me, people want to downplay me. And this is like a constant theme. So in my lifetime, I'm supposed to be shining. I'm supposed to be seen. My birth chart even says this, okay? I'm supposed to be, this is what I was meant to do. This is my North Node. Okay, my North Node is in Taurus, okay? To live a life of leisure, to surround my life with beauty and arts, and just to shine, to be me. So I'm just operating in my North Node, and when I do that, I didn't realize that I have an impact on other people, and how quickly the Dharma comes right back onto me. So let me give you guys an example, right? So I was speaking with an individual, and all of us have been through smear campaigns. We've all been through slander campaigns, where people are attacking our character, accusing us of things. Like you guys saw me go through that earlier this month, which was fucking hilarious. But I know everybody deals with stuff a different way. But you will see when people will start to reveal themselves as an enemy and start showing their fangs to you. You'll start to see that, right? And so it's just another test, right? Because the more you go into the right direction, the more people will rise up and try to pull you back down. They don't want you to be seen. They want to keep suppressing you. So let me explain. So I'm speaking to this person, and I gave them some advice about rectification, about how to deal with somebody publicly slandering you to your social group or to your social media. Okay, this person was going through this, and the algorithm, like I said, the algorithm is divination within itself. The algorithm is its own sign of synchronicities. Again, I'm gonna say something else they want me to say is that, just like I said in my community post, like I said that we are signs and synchronicities. I get it. I can be somebody's sign of synchronicity and I have no idea, and you'll notice that you're somebody's sign of synchronicity. Okay. So I guess I was this person's sign of synchronicity. I was this person's synchronicity. And let me tell you how it's so beautiful, because so I decided to reach out to this person. I wasn't sure. And I said, let me just go ahead and do it anyway, because something in my spirit told me that this person needed to hear this. Okay. And I felt, and the algorithm, the reason I said the algorithm is divination within itself, is that when I had, I just felt like I need to reach out to this person. So then anyhow, Like I tell you. So then, anyhow, I remember sending the person a message and speaking to them, and then they gave me their one of their numbers, and so we end up speaking. So this person was going, like I said, going through a slander campaign, um, um, going through a slander campaign within their social group and on social media. Okay, and they were put in a spot where they had to where the thing the very same things that they were teaching, that they were put into that, like a, let's say like a person, like a sensei is training people to be the best fighter, but now they have to fight someone. It's like kind of like that. Okay, so I'm gonna call this person sensei. All right, so I'm talking to sensei. The first thing I did, because I didn't realize I had an impact, so let me explain. So the first thing I did is I sent them a message because I felt like I needed to for some reason. Like, just do it. So I sent a message and I said, look, when people come out of nowhere and slander you, because that's what happened to me earlier this month. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know the person was even aware of my channel. You know what I'm saying, right? And y'all saw all of that, right? I didn't even know the motherfucker was even aware of my channel. Like I said, people will try to act like they don't see you, but they fucking see you, type shit. And I didn't even know this person was aware of my channel until they fucking came out of the fucking sewers blowing up my mentions. And I'm like, damn, so you found your way around my shit? Motherfucker found my way around my page, went from tab to tab to tab, did some scrolling and everything. I'm like, damn, you know your way around my page. Good. Damn. Right? So I went through that, right? And I wasn't tripping because I knew that it was bound to happen. Like I said, I like to let things fester and I like to let things rot. And I like to play dumb and act like I don't know shit because I think it's funny when people dislike me for no reason. I think it's funny when people do little weird shit. I just think it's hilarious. So I just be like, I'll just see how far it goes. Put on my stopwatch. That's why by the time a motherfucker transform, I'm all over it. I flash. I'll be like, I'm already up on it because I've been new. I let it fester. I let it rot. I need a lot of confirmation before I even come out and start talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? So when a person show their face, like, good. As soon as a bitch say okay, because if you can't figure out whether you like me or not, bitch, I'm gonna make you hate me because it's easier, it's cool, it's fun, and I'm gonna keep speaking my truth until you like break out of your shell into that mask fall and you say, fuck, I don't like you. Okay, fine, bitch. Damn, I don't like you. And then I'm gonna be like, wonderful. Slow clap. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, all right, cool. That's what I wanted. This is okay, good. I just want people to be honest. You could like me, dislike me, hate me, love me. Just be honest. Do it with your motherfucking chest. Okay, 33 on the clock. So anyway, I said, let the person know, like, listen, this is like when somebody comes against you publicly and they try to slander you in front of your friends, slander you on social medias or whatever. I said, appreciate it, and look at it this way: that when people come against you and they try to accuse you of doing this and that or whatever, um, the first thing you need to realize is that it gives you a chance for you to come clean. It gives you a chance for you to vindicate yourself from the past. And we talked further about it, but I just gave him a little taste, right? And I said, this is a chance for you to rectify things. Okay, if somebody comes out and accuses you of doing something or accuses you of not doing something or whatever, they come up with a really bad accusation, right? To try to smear your character. And I see this card right here, it has a side swipe, see? So when somebody try to side swipe you, try to smear your character, right? This is a chance for you to come clean and say, you know what, okay, this is my truth. Okay, let me address that. It gives you a chance to address your past, because being a part of someone's smear campaign, and I'm an expert at this. I've literally got my doctorate in smear campaigns. I'm really, really good. I can literally write a book on the shit because I've mastered it. I've been through it so many times that smear campaigns don't affect me like it may affect other people. It don't affect me anymore. So I'm kind of like an expert at it now. because I've been getting smeared over and over. When you're a person that constantly have people coming for your character all the time, you don't care. Sometimes I'm so much of a chaos magician of sorts that I will fuck up my own reputation on purpose just because I know in my heart I don't give a fuck about what people think. And I do that and it cleanses me, it purifies me when I do that shit. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what I explained to the person. I'm like, this gives you a chance to rectify things and also to call that person out. Okay, you address it like, okay, this is true, this is not true, this is the truth. Okay, now let's talk about you, bitch. Let's talk about you, nigga. Let's talk about it, right? And then you do that, and then whatever that's happening between you and that person, any past shit that you had with you and that person, everything is like wiped away or whatever, right? Once you finally put a lot of issues to bed. So use a smear campaign, or what you call it, slander. Use it to your advantage. Bad rumors, fake exposures. People try to fake expose you and shit, because we're in that era right now when motherfuckers like we gonna say karmics, right? In this regard, this is the time where karmics are down spiraling. I've been covering this energy for the past 2 months. Look at my readings, especially the lunar eclipse reading that I did, where I said that they are on a mental decline. You can literally feel. I can feel and I can see it in the way they type. I can see the energy in their comments. I can see the energy in their pictures as they desperately frantically try to hold on to this energy and cloak under this energy in order to sustain themselves, but they're mentally falling apart. And I could see it. It's almost fucking uncomfortable to watch, but it's just kind of like, it's literally like watching like a horror movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what's going to happen next, but you're like, oh my God, this is interesting, right? So, anyways, this is the chance for you to actually address things, whatever that you might have been suppressing. You can actually address it and finally lay those issues to bed. So be thankful when people betray you. Be thankful when people try to smear your character, because it gives a chance for you to purify your vessel through rectification and ultimately vindicating yourself. And then that encourages other people to do the same thing, because when this person decided to address that slander, it actually provided closure for another person, and it inspired that person to also do the same thing, to finally close out that shit, whatever they had with that same person, whatever, right? So when you finally decide to stand up for yourself and address an enemy that is fake exposing you and slandering you, it's them putting you up for the challenge. Like, who are you? And this is where you show the best of who you are, and tell them the worst of who you are, and say, I may have did this, but this is what I learned. You may say that I did that, but let me explain this. This is what happened. This is true. This is not true. And if it is true, this is what I learned from it. Once you do that to yourself, nobody else can come out of nowhere and go like this. Oh, you did this. Oh, nobody, because you've already come clean. So you take the power away from the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And then, just like I've been saying today and yesterday, that emotional intelligence is key on this spiritual journey. You'll be surprised to know that a lot of people don't have emotional intelligence, and they hide behind religion, they hide behind spirituality, they hide behind whatever little communities that they're a part of. They hide behind it, and you can tell that they're unhealed by the way how they deal with conflict, the way how they conjure up conflict just for their own entertainment, to make themselves feel important, because they don't feel important unless they in a conflict with somebody, unless they beefing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Some people, especially in the spiritual community, I've spoken about it, some people will spiritually martyr themselves, and they like to spiritually warmonger. They like to start shit with people, and then when they get that clap back from the ancestors or whoever, they spiritually martyr themselves, and they lie to their subscribers, and tell them that they're being attacked and this, that, and the third, whatever. And I talk about this a lot, 39. And sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place because a lot of information is flooding back in, because I'm trying to remember certain things that I wrote down. So bear with me, okay? So after I let that person know that, you know, They appreciated the information and stuff, and it was like cool, all right. And then they gave me their contact information. So I spoke with this individual on the phone. We go call him Sensei. So I spoke to Sensei on the phone, and you know what he says? This is when I realized that I had an impact, and this is when I realized that I was a synchronicity from a loved one of his that passed away. So when I spoke to this person, we breaking bread, we're speaking, we're talking and building, and then he says to me, "Is that lavender? Nice." He says to me, and he says, you know, I used to have a cousin that was kind of like you. That was very much spiritual and this and that. And he let me know that his roots were in the South, and that he had a cousin who who was very spiritual, who was into the arts and things like that, right? And he said that basically the advice that I had given him gave him some peace, gave him some encouragement, and it reminded him of a female relative, a loved one that that is no longer. Okay. And I thought that was so sweet because I'm like, yo, I didn't realize that by me reaching out to this person, I didn't realize that I became a synchronicity for that person. Okay. And that the advice that I gave this person, because they could have been going through a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety because, these the things that were being said about this person really dredged up a lot of things that they may have suppressed, or may have thought that they have dealt away with, or they thought they were okay with. And then whatever that was said about this person, bring it back up for them. So when I told them what I told them about using the smear campaign to your advantage, to come clean, or if it's come clean, if it's true, and if it's not true, to finally to come out and speak your truth and address every single bullet point that people were trying to accuse you of, and be unapologetic and unashamed, and show that you learned from whatever that they were accusing you of. Speak your truth, right? And then call their asses out, right? And when you're able to do that with no fear, that neutralizes that attack for that person. It neutralizes it. So I became his synchronicity because the advice that I gave him was something that if his loved one was in physical form, would have given them that same advice. And maybe that loved one nudged me to reach out and say something, because otherwise I wouldn't say anything. So as we further talk on, the person was just like, thank you so much for speaking with me. I feel so much better. I was stressed out. I was, what I'm saying, I was feeling some kind of way, and what you said made me look at this a whole nother way. And I also told them what their gift was, that they had a gift of claircognizance. You have gifts, but you don't really know, you know, what to call it. But by listening to this person, I said you have the gift of claircognizance. You be knowing shit. And I'm claircognizant, so I can see when other people are claircognizant. You just know stuff. You just know shit. You just know stuff about what people are gonna do. You can walk into a room, hey, this energy ain't right. It's a bunch of raggedy ass motherfuckers up in here. You can just tell. You can walk in another room and be like, oh, I like this energy here. Oh, it's cool. I can stay here. Yeah. You just know stuff. So and these are things that their loved one would have told them in physical form. But I told them that. So it was meant for me to have that conversation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you guys, divines, you guys are gonna realize that you guys are somebody's sign of synchronicity. Okay. Other people, like sometimes you guys get the synchronicities through other people. You know how they say your angels or your spirit guides, your ancestors will nudge people to help you, will nudge people to come to you and say something to you. Just like an older guy. As soon as I walked out my door, this was the day after I made my video about closing out a major karmic cycle, and I told you guys that after I ended the video, outside just looked different. Outside looked so beautiful to me. It never looked so fucking beautiful. And like The colors were magnified. The green was greener. The blues were bluer. Everything just looked different. The world looked different. And I literally, to God, Goddess, I felt myself shift into a different existence to the point where, and I feel like you guys are gonna feel this too. If you feel this, let me know. To the point where you guys can feel people's intuitively, you guys can feel people's counteraction to your energy, because now you're impenetrable. Nobody can penetrate through you anymore to try to attack you or bring down your vibration. You finally got it. Okay, now let me continue with the story. So after I told the person of their gifts of clear cognizance and stuff like that, they felt a lot more better on the phone. And it was when I was finished with that phone call, I did not realize that I had such an impact. And right before I got off the phone with the individual, I said, could the person say, I'm just going to go outside and I'm going to meditate and go out in nature. I said, perfect. That's great. You get to ground yourself in everything. So I'm glad you're feeling better. I asked the person how you feel. I'm glad they're feeling better. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I said, listen to binaural beats. Remember I told you about sound therapy? I said, listen to binaural beats. Whatever that you're feeling right now, you don't even have to tell me exactly how you're feeling. Whatever that you're feeling right now, just put down binaural beats and write down what it is, type out what it is, and then listen to it while you're outside and just, get into that or whatever. But I was glad to know that I was able to make his day better. And you know what? After I did that, after I got off the phone with him, I was proud of myself. I said, damn, I didn't realize that I made somebody's day better and that I was somebody's synchronicity. And I want to say that for, people that are karmic and the people that are doing like fake exposures on people, I think you guys need to think about what you're doing. I get it that your role and that your path is to challenge divines. And it's kind of like this exposure is kind of like this fake exposure, this slander campaign is kind of like, who are you? That's how you should look at it. Who are you? And show people, because people are going to be inspired by what you do and say. Because there are people like what I went through. There are people on this platform that are like spiritual bullies, and they thought that they were untouchable, unfuckwittable, and all of that. Okay, they thought all of that until they ran into me. Okay, and 47. They thought that the shit was sweet, right? And so when I defend myself and spoke my truth and I showed who I am, other people gonna be inspired. They don't have to say it, but I know it. I feel it. Other people are gonna be inspired by you sticking up for yourself, by you um, being fearless in this challenge and saying, okay, you want to say that I'm a bad person? Let me show you how much of a better person. Let me show you what I'm really working with energetically. Let me show you. And when you do that, other people, real will recognize real. You understand? Other people will see it and say, wow, look at this person right here. Look how they shining. Look at how this person is coming down hard on this person right here, publicly saying this and that about this person. But I don't see that with them. Look at this person calling this person a karmic, but I don't see nothing karmic about them. I see something karmic about this person right here. See, the real will always recognize the real. You understand what I'm saying? It'll always recognize the real. I don't have no cookie. So real will always recognize the real. So like I said, you're going to be somebody's synchronicity, somebody's sign. Sometimes we're on the receiving end and sometimes we're on the giving end. 4913 just passed. Sometimes we're on the receiving end and sometimes we're on the giving end. And you never know, you're somebody's synchronicity. Just like the other day, I was paying my car insurance, and I paid with my card. Remember that card that I showed you guys on my community tab where it's the security code said 444? And I told you guys in my community post that an individual tried to attack my money. Okay, just read the post out. You already know all that. I don't want to be redundant here, but the person tried to attack my money, and it was an unauthorized transaction of $260, right? that was not me, right? 2 plus 6 is 8. That shows that was a spiritual thing. That was mysticism. That involved magic, mysticism. You get it? Do you know where I'm going with this? Yeah. So when that person took out the $260, I got a new card. And when I got the new card in the mail, and I look in the back of the card say 444. Okay, that was my spiritual gang letting me know, like, yeah, this is that was a work of magic. That $260, 2 plus 6 is 8. That was a work of magic. Okay. Oh, that's a number of mysticism, magic, whatever, right? And then I started seeing all these angel numbers letting me know, like, don't worry, we got this. We softened up the blow. Thank goodness I took care of all my personal business, all of my bills there, paid. Car note, everything was already taken care of before they even took it out. And that's why 555. That's why Spirit was telling me to take care of some bills just before it happened. Okay. When I got the new card in the mail, it say what? 444. Just the other day, I used that same card. I was somebody's synchronicity. The person I was talking to on the phone was getting my card information. I'm like, da 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 da. And she was like, "What's the security code?" And I said 444. She just was silent. She said, I heard her say, she said, "That's a lucky number." I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's for you too. That number is for you. You're supposed to hear that number today." And she was just like, "Wow." She's like, "Wow, thank you." So I was her synchronicity that day as well, because she probably ain't heard no bloody 444 that day. You know what I'm saying? Especially from the back of the back of the security code of a debit card. So when I said that, that was her synchronicity. So it kind of, that's what we do. I think that we're each other's angels and we're each other's devils. We're each other's synchronicities. We're each other's encouragement. That's what we're meant to do in this life, in this on this planet. Like we're all messengers, whether we want to realize it or not. Kids can be messengers. Animals are messengers. Everything. There's messages in everything. Um, so yeah, increased manifestation powers, and this is also in the form of being people's um, sign and synchronicity. And I didn't realize that. And you know what? I got good karma from that. Right after I got off the phone with that person, the very next day I got unexpected money twice. Okay, so it was almost like I unlocked something because I did something out of the kindness of my heart, and I don't expect anything. It was like I'm supposed to give that message. Maybe if you know what I'm saying, if that loved one was here, like I said, if the loved one was here in physical form, that was the type of advice and the type of things that they would have said, and I said it for that person, and it helped to ease that person's mind, and to encourage them and say that, hey, you have a gift, you have a spiritual gift, and now they're going to be exploring their spiritual gift and learning more about themselves, and getting their wheels turning. So that's good. I'm glad that I sparked something, because and that was paid, because they gave in so much of themselves out to people, teaching people and doing the things that they do. They done great works. So it was only right for me to do it. And I told this person, I said, I never thought that we'd be on the phone speaking with each other, but that is just how life works. Okay. We're all each other's signs and synchronicities. My aura changed, right? My aura is magnetic because like I said, after I had did that video about closing out a major cycle, and I noticed how outside looked so beautiful, the next day I just walked out of my door. As soon as I locked the key in the door, a guy just looked at me and he just stopped. He was walking, and then as soon as he looked at me, he just stopped, and he just said, and he wasn't doing it in a creepy or nasty way. I didn't feel like it was in a nasty or sexual way or anything like that. But this older guy just stops, and he said, "You're looking more beautiful every day. You are so beautiful. You're looking more beautiful every day." And I just smiled and I said, "Thank you." But the way he said it like he knew me. I've never seen this man ever. I've never seen him like that. I never seen him. I don't know who this person is. But they just came up to me and they just said, "You looking beautiful." I guess they could see it in my aura, right? That when you purify your vessel with forgiveness of yourself and others, it's just like a soul forgiveness, right? that it does purify you, and you start, I think it does change your aura, it does change your energy a lot. Just like by the time you watch this video, it's going to be all kind of like glitches and shit like that, because right now it's clear when I'm recording this video. 555 just passed. Right now it's clear, but when the video comes up, I've been noticing that it kind of messes up with the electronics. Okay, it's not my phone. Okay, it messes up the electronics with my aura. I feel like I'm wondering if that's what's going on here. But the guy was like, "Yeah, you're looking more beautiful every day," as if he knows me or something, or whatever. So I feel like he was a synchronicity. He was speaking for somebody. He was probably speaking. I would believe he was speaking for James or somebody. Yeah, for sure. Because I was just, for obvious reasons, right? I did say that avoiding spiritual attacks and softening the blow, only a slight residual that lets me know that that was an attempt. Just like I said, when somebody tried to attack my finances, somebody's trying to attack my finance. Some of y'all could be seeing a lot of 555, man. A lot of 47, 47, 555, 56, 56, 38, 56. Different variations of 11. Anyways, yeah, synchronicity overload. I've been getting a lot of that. Picking up on a lot of people's energy, good or bad, offline and online. Picking up people's counteractions to my energy, because once you close out a major cycle, other people who haven't, other people that are on that South Node shit, they're gonna try to drag you back down. They'll try to target your energy. They're gonna try to counteract your energy, because I noticed that people are trying to counteract my progressive message with more fear mongering and hopeless, insufferable messages like, "Oh, the enemy's gonna attack you anyway," and it's just like it's so insufferable and so hopeless and so fucking negative. We know that already. So we supposed to just give up now? 56, 56. We supposed to just give up now? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a way, like, that's why I told you guys, don't let people downplay any strides that you made in your spiritual journey, because they don't want to do the work. So they get jealous when they see you doing the work and you're actually yielding great results from it, especially if these are the same people that came up against you publicly and said that you were this and that. You know what I'm saying? You're a bad person. You're a karmic. You're a psychopath. Okay, so look at me now. What you got to say? All right. All the things that people are saying about you, it's not adding up. And people are starting to realize it too. Okay, because people want to change, want to downplay the strides that you made in your spiritual journey and try to make you out to be somebody that you're not. It's actually who they are, because they truly don't want to do the work. They want to drag you right back down to South Node. So when you operate in your North Node, your aura changes. Everything changes. Okay. My appetite is less. I have a lot more energy, getting compliments on my skin, less anxiety. You feel me? Lots of animal and a lot of different synchronicities with animals and animal totems and things like that. Like I told y'all with the cats, I still see them all the time. So that going on. You'll notice that when you so forgive people and you release them, you notice that their life will change in a positive way. Like I said, you're somebody's sign of synchronicity. Just like a person of my past, really quickly, this person of my past who, did a lot of fuck shit, okay? And I had a dream about them in January, and I looked it up and stuff. I looked up the message. I had a dream about them in January, and I was wondering, I said, I don't even think about this person, but why is this person in my dream? And so I woke up, and then I was like, okay, I need to contact this person. 5858. Okay, so this is karmic clearance here. Okay, thank you, Spirit. This is karmic clearance. And ending out a past life contract that I had with this person, because what this person did to me, was pretty fucked up, But I forgot about it. I didn't really, you suppress it. It's like you don't forgive, you don't forget. You just kind of like push it way in the back of your subconscious. And so I guess this person must have been thinking about me too, right? So when I woke up, I'm like, okay, I need to reach out to this person. And Spirit was like, yo, reach out to this person on Facebook and tell this person, this is an ex, okay, ex lover, okay. Tell this person that you forgive them and that you release them and blah 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 blah. So that's what I did. I went on their Facebook page. Oh shit! I didn't realize I had the gas running. I went to the person's place, and how is my lights connected to that? Y'all burnt out. That's weird. Oh, okay. Anyways, I went to the person's inbox, Facebook message box, and I'm like, "Look, I had a dream about you last night. I just want to say that I don't hate you or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I forgive you for all the things that happened between us. We was both young, dumb, and full of cum. Yada to the yada. I forgive you. I release you. There's no hate in my heart. I hope you didn't feel no type of way. But either way, that's none of my business. All I'm letting you know is that I don't hate you. I forgive you. I release you. Yada yada yada. That's what I said. And at the end of my message, I wrote down nine times. I put the number nine times. Now, after I did that, fast forward to now. That was in January, mid-January, like January 24th, somewhere around there. So then, after I did that, I go back to my Facebook. I think I was posting something that I post on Instagram landed on Facebook by accident. So I went to Facebook to try to see if I could delete it because I don't want certain people in my business. Because Facebook is like a fucking surveillance, like, you know what I'm saying. So you got to be careful on there. So I go to his page. His page actually comes up in my search because I did send him a message, but I haven't sent him a message in over like 4 months when I sent that release message. But all of a sudden, his page pops up as if I just sent him a message and I didn't. So I look on his page and I see that things are getting better for him. Now, as far as his behavior, I don't think he learned shit because I saw some messages of some girl talking about, you punched me in my face. Look at my face. And he just put down, I apologize. And she was like, no, fuck you. You should see my face. And then the mammy talked about, I forgive you anyway, but still. Bitch, if I punch you in the face, you wouldn't forgive me, bitch. You would come from my whole motherfucking bloodline. But because it's a nickel and he got a penis, I forgive you. And your face all fucked up. I ain't judging, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, some things never change. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac, some things will never change. But it looked like his life improved once I released him out of my energy, is what I'm trying to say, right? My life improved when I released him out of my energy. He ended up having a new place and stuff like that. Things seem to have been working for him or whatever. After I released him, he never answered back my message. He never answered my message, but I don't worry about it because it don't matter because it was for me. But you'll notice, Divine, that when you forgive somebody's soul, and you let them go, you'll notice that their life becomes blessed. All right? You'll notice that their life is blessed. I've noticed that his life started progressing. This is what, June? I started looking and I said, wow, his life improved a lot since I forgive him. That's how that goes, Having tea for sun is so good. I've been on here for a while. Here I was worried about not having any downloads. I guess I don't need the cards, huh? I best go home because I gotta pee in a little bit. As soon as I eat something, I gotta pee every fucking 5 minutes, y'all. Eating that much, and then when I do eat and I drink a lot of liquids, I'm always gonna fucking throw it. But I ain't playing. I'd rather it go through me than for it to stick around. But yeah, those are the messages, guys. Strengthening the telepathy and the mental alchemy has been something that I've been getting really good at. And I got confirmation of it. You guys realize the power. And so am I. As you can, like I say, if you believe it, you achieve it, but it's more deeper than a belief. It's a knowing. You know, visualizations are powerful. Like I said, you could visualize an entire. You could visualize an entire. Excuse me. You could visualize an entire ritual and do the ritual in your head over and over. If you feel like you're being spiritually attacked and shit, think about the best protection ritual or the best RTS ritual that you have ever done, or the type of RTS ritual that you would want to do, and make that shit a movie. Turn it into a movie. Like turn it into a movie to where it's like a music video or a mini movie in your head of what you would put in there, what you would say, and you could do that type of shit over and over and over and over, and that is you layering the work mentally over and over and over. Just like when I repost my RTS video, every time I repost it, that's me recasting it over and over. And in my mind, I do it over and over. Even if you don't have physical tools, this is the only tool that you need. Your only tool that you need is here. And you can do that ritual over and over. Same thing with money rituals and cleansing rituals and whatever. You can do it over and over. You can visualize yourself having a spiritual bath if you don't have all your nooks and crannies for your spiritual bath. But honestly, you could just go in the kitchen and get whatever. But I'm just saying, you can keep reenacting it over and over. The same way how people will reenact trauma over and over and keep reliving it over and over in a loop. You can have a manifestation loop where you can keep on envisioning that same successful ritual over and over again and visualize the same results that you had the time that you did it. And that is how you layer your work mentally. Okay. What else, Spirit? Keep on waiting. I'm still waiting. You are beautiful, you are wonderful. You make me jump up, you make me turn in a hood. Rain up and down like a bad bull. Little love that me have to drop in me door. Baby girl, I love you so much. Let me sit and talk about. You know, I feel that when you're operating in NorfNode, you'll be able to people are going to be looking for you to help them, and people are going to be looking for you to help them. I think where you guys going to be in your journey is where you guys are just going to like, you're going to give people advice, but you're not going to get too involved. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how our spirit guides, they don't intervene too much. They don't intervene at every challenge that we face and every little thing. Even when we cry out for them, they don't always intervene because they want us to learn for ourselves. And I feel like you guys are going to be that way for somebody. You're not only we're each other's messengers and signs and synchronicities, and we're so many things to each other all at the same time. It's not just that, but it's just that you give your wisdom and your love if they are deserving of it, and if whatever it's at your spiritual discretion. But you set back. You don't get involved in people's karmic lessons because they do need to learn these karmic lessons. And it's not a thing where it's like, ha ha ha, I told you. You want to go, yeah, of course you're going to do it initially, but it's kind of like you want to step back. It's just like a parent teaching their kid how to ride a bike, right? And once they take, you show them how to ride a bike with the training wheels, and then you take the training wheels and you just let them go. And that's what you're supposed to do too, is that when you're operating in NorfNode, you have to stay focused because, like I said, a lot of people are going to be trying to a lot of people are going to try to tug at your energy, and some people will try to attack your energy or attack your messages, like what I was noticing recently. You'll see that you'll notice, like what I'm trying to say, you'll notice like some type of like resistance to you being in NorfNode. You're going to notice a lot of people are going to be more resistant towards you, and then people who are on the same shit as you'll find yourself connecting with these people. And they'll just start to get it. But you'll notice when people who are happily in South Node, and they just want they're doomed to repeat the same cycles over and over again, you will see that they will try to counteract your progressive energy. They're going to try to downplay your progress and try to re-traumatize you with South Node things, with, you know what I'm saying, like they're trying to pull you back down, right? This crabs in a barrel type of thing. They'll try to uh, downplay and suppress, uh, you know, whatever strides that you made in your spiritual journey on purpose, because they see the glow. Okay, they see the glow. They see that you're in your node, and that when you're in your north node, nobody can do anything. Nobody can bring you down. Nobody can take you down. None of that. When you practice soul forgiveness, that's what pushes you into a new beginning. That's when you operate in your north node, is when you have the soul forgiveness and you finally let go and release these things. And that's what people like to preach about. Like in this community, people like to preach about that, but they don't really tell you how. And then when you actually do it, here's some more doom and gloom, spooky story ass readings. Well, the enemy's still going to attack you anyway. They're just going to come through the back door, and they're still going to do this and still going to do that. Like, that is hopelessness. Okay, that is hopelessness. That is self-sabotaging. That is like, you might as well just lay down and take it like I did. Like, you could succumb to your own shit, but don't sit there and preach that to anybody else. Okay, be proud of any progress that you made in your spiritual journey. 1:11:33 on the clock. Be proud of any strides that you've made, guys, no matter how minuscule it is. Be happy. I gotta fucking piss. But be happy of any strides that you made in a life, man. Because any progress that you made, especially with the way how this world is going, any progresses that you made, be proud of yourself, yo. Be proud. Give yourself a slow clap. Give yourself a motherfucking slow clap. I'm gonna give y'all the slow clap. Cause y'all did that shit. Don't let them motherfuckers feel like you're not doing enough. That's because they not fucking doing enough. That's what the fuck it is. They're not doing enough. So they're gonna try to tell you that you're not doing enough. Like I said, you're gonna notice a lot of people's counteraction towards your energy, because you're shifting. And they don't want you to shift, because it's not going to be easy to get you when your vibration is so high. It's not going to be that easy to try to clip you. You're impenetrable right now. So they're going to try to tell you, oh, this person's doing this against you, and this person's coming for you, and this is happening, and this is happening. I don't care. I got it. I got this, man. I don't give a fuck about what they're doing, what this doing. Okay, thank you. Okay, and so, right? Sometimes it's good to know the plots. Don't get me wrong. It's good to know the plots so that you can know how to move, right? But we don't want to be too much. We want to be too much into that. You appreciate the messages as they come along. Okay, that's what the karmics is doing. Okay, great. Now I know how to move. But don't allow people to try to downplay. Don't allow people to try to downplay where you're at in your spiritual journey, as if you're not doing enough. Because in reality, you're doing exactly what you need to do. And they're the ones that are not doing enough. They're trying to project it onto you. You know what I'm saying? A person could be dealing with multiple entity attachments, beating them down and telling them that they're never going to be able to get free from them, and then they're going to turn around with a fucking deck of cards and tell you, nigga, that your motherfucking ass got a problem, that you got the entities and blah blah blah. It's like over and over again with the cycles, okay? Over and over again. The people that slandered you guys, they're doomed to repeat the same cycles over and over. All right? Notice how I'm saying my words, because these are people that I want to say for myself, these are people that have been in my energy for months, trying to cloak themselves up under me. Okay? Steal messages, accusing me of stuff, making me into their enemy when I'm not their enemy, but they making me into the villain in their story, and doing a bunch of bullshit towards me and all that stuff. Now these same people that came for me, now y'all noticing that they mentally declining, right? You see that, right? You see them that they're down spiraling, right? And what are they telling their crowd? Oh, I'm getting attacked. Nah, that's not it. You're not getting attacked. It's called atonement. You're atoning for what you've done. Okay? What you've done to me, what you've done to others, you're paying for it. So just take your atonement with grace and shut the fuck up. Like, just be quiet. Just take it. We had to take it. I took a lot of attacks or attack attempts. I took a lot of it. You guys didn't hear me talk about it so much, right? And when I do talk about it, I intellectualize it. I don't feel the emotion of it. I intellectualize it so that I can make it into a lesson for those who watch me. Okay? I like to teach my enemies how to deal with the attacks that they're sending me. I want to show you how to do it, because when it comes back onto you, you don't even know how to fucking deal. You can't even deal. You crying about it, you whining about it, spiritually martyring yourself, you pacifying yourself with these fucking fake ass collective readings and shit. But that's what you're seeing, is people mentally declining after trying to make you out to be the bad guy. It's not looking good for these people, and they know that. They know it's not looking good for them. Because they asses was doing too goddamn much. Let's keep it real. They was doing too motherfucking much. I'm gonna hurry up and go home. Let me see. Did I get some more money? I have a feeling I got some more money. Hold on. Okay. Yes. More money. Okay, I gotta stop by and use the bathroom first. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna post some more readings, guys. Don't worry, your pretty head. Because I'm gonna keep going. Like I've seen people trying to resist my messages because they want to keep y'all stuck. They want to keep y'all in fear, and they want to keep you guys stuck. So if you watch me, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Those who watch my channel on the lowest of keys, Jordache suitcase keys. Those who watch me and support my channel, I appreciate y'all. Just notice how people are trying to counteract or resist my message because they don't want y'all to be inspired by what I'm telling y'all. Okay, because keeping you guys in South Node brings more money, brings more views. Go ahead, sweeties. Why you push your little sister like that? Your ass ain't shit. Wait till she get tall. She gonna beat you up. When I get tall and drink a lot of milk, I'm gonna kick your ass. Anyways, nigga. So, like I said, you don't see like what I see, right? People trying to counteract messages and shit, and because it's like keeping people in South Node, keeping viewers in South Node is big business, bitch. Just like beef makes money, keeping bitches in South Node makes money. If so, why would they want to agree with my message? Of course you're gonna push back from my message because my message ain't gonna give you no views because nobody's gonna want to hear your spooky fucking stories anymore. Nobody's gonna want to everybody's gonna want to get off your fucking roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Once I tell everybody about the new ride. So of course I expect pushback from my message. You understand what I'm saying? Like I expect pushback from my message because it's too progressive. It's too progressive, and it's putting you in a position where you think for yourself, and you don't participate in toxic groupthink, and you become your own savior. And that's too much for some people. It's too much for some people to bear. So I expect pushback. I think this shit is funny, and I noticed that, and I'm like, wow. And see, I understand myself that I am an involuntary muse, and I am a teacher. I am a professor for my supporters and for so-called enemies, or I don't think whatever, right? I realize that when I say something, it causes a ripple effect. When I speak on certain things, people vibe shift and people try to, so I don't trip off of it. I just say, okay, well, I'll be like, all right, well, okay, let's see if you're about what you say. You know, it's interesting because people have been very, people have been doing a lot of like harmful harmful messages on the collective. You wonder why things are happening to them because they spoke on people's twin flame journeys when they didn't have good intentions. If you got good intentions, all right, cool. But if you got bad intentions or you trying to target certain twin flames and try to speak bad over their situation, knowing that you can't relate to it and it's not your story, it's not your situation, you don't know how hard it is, you're gonna pay for that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people could have a lot of these like harmful messages to the collective, and I noticed that when I call it out, then it's like they try to vibe shift and talk about positive shit, but it's all fucking fake. Because I just talked about this shit 2 months ago. Like, if you look at my material from that time frame from 2 months ago, they did the same thing, right? As soon as I say something about it, now it's, oh, let's be positive now and let's do this, let's do that. But notice, y'all, notice how fucking fake that is. I've been consistent with my messages. Even when I talk a little shit, right? At least I'm consistent with my messages, but these bitches ain't consistent with their messages. They post a bunch of crap, and then when I call it out, then they like, oh, let's be positive now. Let's practice gratitude and this, and this, and da 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 da. And then they go right back. They have this false positivity, and it's only temporary. And then they go right back to the same bullshit again. The next day, it's some more spooky shit again. And all of this is projection. A lot of them, what you do? A lot of them don't realize that, oh, this is a skateboarder. Okay, all right, but still, nigga. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of them don't even realize that they reading their own energy. So I just want to tell y'all to be careful about that. That's another download. These people are reading their own energy. You could tell by the way how their disposition is when they're giving the message. And it's kind of like they need to decipher whether these messages and downloads are for them or is it for their collective. Sometimes you may come across a great message that is for you, but you want to share it just in case. You want to share it with your crowd. That's okay. I'm not condemning that. That's okay. But I be feeling like sometimes the messages are just for you, and that's just that. But you will get it. Like people that try to like target my energy in readings, for example, next thing you know, there's a reading with them. They pop up on the algorithm. There's a reading, and it's like they're down in the dumps. You could tell from their energy and their disposition that the message that they're talking about, they're actually reading their own energy and what they got going on. And you could hear in their voice how resentful that they are having to read the same message and the same energy over and over. There's nothing progressive about that, right? So these motherfuckers be reading their own motherfucking energy and they mad. And it's because they given a lot of harmful messages and they spoke on people's spiritual journey and twin flame journeys, trying to speak bad over people's journeys and shit. And then it turn around back on them. Okay? It turn around right back on their ass and they don't know how to fucking deal with it. Okay? All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get up off this video because I gotta let me see if maybe I can just hold on, yeah. Let me see if I can just go and use the bathroom right quick. All right, get y'all some clove oil, especially when you're dealing with smear campaigns and slander and things like that. If you guys dealt with that, excuse me. You can anoint yourself with clove oil. Put in your spiritual baths, things like that. Clove oil is really, really good. Helps to truth so people can see the truth for what it really is. That's what clove does. When you wear a clove, people can't lie to you. And it does away with gossip and slander and all of that stuff. It helps for people to see the truth. Because the main thing with a karmic cares about their reputation. Whereas a divine person don't care about reputation, Trash. I'm just getting all my stuff together. So I brought my other book. This is my book with the little cat with the glasses. I love it. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. I like it. All right. So these are some of the downloads that I had wrote. I said I was going to save them. Let's see if I have it. Ah, yes. Okay. This is a synchronicity that I wanted to share with you guys. All right. So this movie I watched a long time ago. I watched this movie, right? And there's this movie a long time ago that I had liked, and it came out in 1998, but I didn't watch it till like maybe 2000 or whatever. And it's called Music from Another Room, and it stars. Okay. Um, but before I do that, let me see if I let me go through these points of downloads that I had, and this download is from Saturday, June 24th, 2023. All right. I saw in my algorithm of the TV show Pose, and the video is like a clip from the one of the seasons, and it says will Electra find common ground with her mother? So that may be significant for some people, the name Electra, and then finding common ground with your mother. Okay. And in that scene, it popped up on my algorithm, and in that scene, it was talking about Electra making peace with her with her mom, because her mom didn't accept her for being trans, and her mom was trying to basically her mom was trying to groom her child to kind of be a super masculine man, a man that wouldn't leave her, because that's what she was saying. You know, you robbed me of a son, and a man that would never leave me, and this and that. And so Electra said, "No one would have touched you, mother. I'm more fierce than any man. No one would have touched you." You know what I'm saying? Like, you think because I'm a trans, but I really feel like that what that scene was is that it's something about Electra. There's some kind of significance with that Electra, and then finding common ground with the mother. And then I think it's also a message of like remothering yourself, okay? Forgiving your mother, remothering yourself, you know, forgiving your mother's soul, that type of thing. Okay, finding common ground with your mother. So it may be time to kind of find common ground with your mother. Or if you are a mother, this could be a message for you, finding common ground with within between you and your child, because you are their mother. Remothering, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, especially those of us who had issues with mother, right? And we're already in the Cancer season, yes. So it's very interesting that this download comes up. Okay, Electra finding common ground with her mother. Electra is like a fierce trauma from their mother. So some of you guys could have had a lot of trauma from your mother or mother figures in your family. So this is kind of like a call to action to make peace with that. This is about soul forgiveness, remothering yourself, and finding common ground. So that's what Spirit is asking. Will you find? Let me see before I get into that. Let's see. Oh, another download that I want to share is spiritual tokenism and fear. We were able to listen to. We just have to speak on it. We were able to listen to. We just have to speak on it. Like, we're able to read between the lines so good with our intuition that we just have to say something about it. And because and usually it's people that have been resisting and counteracting your energy or your shift. Okay, so I feel like in the spiritual community as well as the tarot community, I feel like the karmic readers and karmic spiritualists, they tend to encourage spiritual narcissism, which keeps you in South Node. They also encourage spiritual narcissists. Okay, I'm being attacked. I'm thinking, this type of shit. They use a lot of fear mongering in their messages. Okay, it's almost like a person coming up to you right now and saying, "Oh, I know somebody was talking about you. They said something bad about you," and you can be like, "Okay, yeah, they said this, and this, and this, and this." That's what it is. Okay, but it's just they're hiding behind divination. They're hiding behind that. Okay, they want to keep you in loops of confusion, like a labyrinth of endless karmic loops. Okay, they encourage spiritual narcissism. And what I mean by that is that they encourage you to always be in victim mode. They encourage you to always be paranoid. They encourage you to not close out karmic cycles, but at the same time, they finger wag you and tell you that you need to. But when you're actually doing it, and this person's going to do this, and this person, it's like every time, it's almost like if you give a mouse a cookie type shit. That's what I'm getting. If you give a mouse a cookie, they going to want some milk. Okay, fine. All right. Okay. Well, we know that already, right? We know what's going to happen when you give a mouse a cookie. Okay. I still want to get a mouse a cookie. All right. They encourage you to not use your emotional intelligence to just react, um, and instilling a lot of fear. Okay. So anyway, let me go ahead and go to the quote, right? So the quote is for the movie called Music from Another Room. So basically, without giving away the whole movie, I haven't seen the movie in a long time, and I actually do want to watch it again, but I was only able to see clips. But what the movie was talking about is the movie was saying it's kind of like touching on the twin flame journey, because there was a boy, a young boy who saw his next door neighbor have a baby girl, and he was probably about maybe about 6, I would say 5 or 6 years old, and he saw the baby and he said, I'm going to marry her when she gets older, or something like that. So he comes back into her life a couple years later because he couldn't stop thinking about her. And he comes back into her life and he sees that he goes back to his town, all this other shit or whatever. He was a foster kid. And they used to call him slow. They used to call him this, that, and the third, whatever. But he was just a different type of person. He was just very like appreciative of life. So let me tell you. So he ends up like coming back to the town, and he sees that the girl that he said he was going to marry or whatever, that she about to marry another guy. And so he comes, and because he knows the neighbor, the whole family, he knew all of them. They all used to play together. I think the lady knew all the foster kids in the neighborhood, some shit like that. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, so don't quote me. So the whole time of the movie, he ends up the whole time in the movie, he kind of shows them a different way to think, a different way to look at things, a different way to act. He inspires the whole entire family to kind of search for their heart, to be in their NorfNode. So there's a quote, a very beautiful quote that he had, and I was very fascinated because I at the time when I watched the movie, I found Jude Law to be very cute, because Jude Law is a little cutie, okay, and his little British accent and shit, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, okay, so the name of his character in the movie is called Danny. So in the movie, while he's eating dinner, he says this beautiful quote, and I would like to share it with you all. All right, let me lower this down. I want y'all to hear this quote. Okay, so the quote is, when you're listening to music playing from another room, that's the title of the movie. When you're listening to music playing from another room, and you're singing along because it's a tune that you really love, when a door closes or a train passes, so you can't hear the music anymore, but you sing along to the music anyway. Then, no matter how much time passes, when you hear the music again, you're still in the same. So, this quote is kind of like, he says that you hear a song that you really love, and there's a lot of noise and a lot of things blocking out the sound. It's because you love the sound. You love the song so much that you continue to sing along with the words anyway. And a lot of time can pass by, and when you hear that song, you're right on beat. It's just almost like you listen to a song that you ain't heard in a long time, and you be like, how the fuck I know all them words? It's like that. Okay. When you hear the music again, you're still in the exact time with that song. That's what I like. Okay, so I hope that quote helps a lot when it comes to love and when it comes to the twin flame journey, because Danny never forgot that girl. For 10 years, he never forgot her, and his heart, he followed his heart, and he went back to his hometown to rectify his past, and to also encourage everybody to follow their heart and follow their dreams. And ultimately, he ended up getting the girl. The girl ended up realizing that she really didn't want to marry dude. She realized that she was settling, but she was in total denial, because she allowed you have to watch the movie, but she kind of like had a lot of obligations to her family, and she allowed herself to get caught up in that, and she listened to her family, who kept her in South Node unknowingly, I guess, knowingly, unknowingly, because they didn't know any better, right? Some of them, and they kept her in a place where she could never see what is beyond that small town that they lived in. So when Jude Law's character Danny came in and he kind of showed her a different way, the whole time he kept pursuing her, he kept believing, he never gave up on his feeling for her. Okay, that music in another room, that was the love that he felt for her. He never stopped loving her. Okay, that's what the quote comes from. And there's another quote that I wanted to share with Jennifer Tilly, who played Danny's sister. She ended up love. And she thought that she would never fall in love because she was blind. But this guy came along and showed her that, so what? Just because you're blind, I'm going to still show you how to read a bike. I still love you. I'm still interested in you. And the girl, the main girl, the love interest, that was her sister, and she always felt responsible for her sister, that she had to live for her sister. And when her sister finally fell in love, she said, no, I don't need you anymore. I don't have to, you don't have to take care of me anymore. Like, live for yourself. Stop trying to, you know that you want this man. Stop trying to hide behind me. I'm not stopping you. Like, go towards the man that you love. And she tells this to the main interest. I forgot her name, but she tells this to Gretchen Mall's character because she was in denial throughout most of the movie. She was trying to deny is so enormous. It spilled over onto everyone else. And that's what he did in the movie. He encouraged everybody to follow their heart and give everybody a courage to love and look at life differently because he had such an optimistic view of life. No matter how many times Gretchen Mall's character would turn him down, he didn't give a fuck. He still pursued his heart respectfully, not in a stalker kind of way, but he still pursued his heart. He had to remind her of that love that he had for her. And the love that he had for her, what Jennifer Tilly's character was saying, that the love that he had for her spilled onto the entire family. And that was at that point in the movie, that's when Gretchen Mall's character realized, damn, this nigga do love me. And this whole time I've been in denial. This whole time I was hiding behind my family obligations. And now my family is telling me, no, like, no, he loves you. We're looking at things a different way. Go be what you do. And ultimately he gets the girl. But I just thought that quote was beautiful. Like, Danny's love for you is so enormous that it spilled over onto everyone else. And that's what divines do. You know what I'm saying? Our love, our inspiration, our motivation, that's what we do. We motivate people, we inspire people to look at things differently, to love differently, to care differently, to care less about shit that don't matter. You know, our love, and I think it also talks about the twin flame journey, because even if you're in separation, the love that you have for them, it has nothing to do with the distance. It transcends distance, it transcends time, it transcends ego. I could spill my love for my twin all over the place and make the flowers bloom around this motherfucker if I wanted to. My love is so big for myself, for him, for life, for my loved ones, especially after this whole soul forgiveness shit. My love is so big that it can spill onto everything around me, right? And change people. So this is the reason why a lot of people want to keep you down in South Node, because they don't want that. They don't want to look at things differently. They don't want to love differently. They don't want to move differently. They're too scared to get out of it because they got so comfortable with the karmic loops, because it gives them an excuse to still cut up. It gives them an excuse to still, have a chip on their shoulder. It's hard work, inner child work, shadow work, whatever you want to call it. It's hard work. It's not easy. It is not easy at all. You know how many times I threw my hands up and was like, man, fuck it. It's so easy to just throw your hands up and just be like, fuck it. But I didn't do it. I couldn't do it because this thing is bigger than me. It's a responsibility. Because if I give up, what about the people that are secretly inspired by me, good or bad? If I give up, what's gonna happen to them? They gonna give up. They're like, damn, she gave up. Damn, then I guess there is no hope. So when you're divine, you have a huge fucking responsibility, whether you want to admit it or not. You have a huge responsibility to let your love spill over. 133.29, 133.33. Yeah, you have a huge responsibility for yourself and for others. And so that's why I said with my message now, I get it. Like, I absolutely get it now. We're all messengers of each other. We're all each other's signs and synchronicities. I think I probably might name my video after that. But I feel like a lot of us are shifting for sure. Like a lot of us lot of us are shifting um, um, to 5D, and I think that it's scaring a lot of people that have kept you down for a long time. Um, People that are gonna miss you. But this is just a journey. It's like it's nothing personal. You know, it's always spiritual. Nothing personal. It's business, spiritual business. You know what I'm saying? Serious spiritual business. Okay, it's good when you get to the bottom of it. So, like I said, um, your intuition is gonna be so sensitive that people ain't gonna really understand where you're coming from, and that's okay. Cause I be wondering, I'm like, damn, I wonder if people think that that I'm a little meticulous or whatever. But it's like, sure, man, I ain't give a fuck, man. Because it's just like, if you are where I'm at, you'll understand. Or if you pass where I'm at, you definitely understand when it comes to this intuitive thing. People think that it's just like, it's like it's a very common word, but but I'm talking about like how deep your intuition can be to the point where you know when someone's targeting your energy. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you start to starve people out of your energy that was in it for too long, and then you start to see them dwindle. You can feel them dwindle. You can feel them wanting you to see what they're up to, and you're not doing it because you're starving them. There are people, divine, that's been in your energy just slowly feeding and then cloaking behind you because they want your energy to neutralize their karma so bad. This is the reason why they do a lot of fake hate campaigns and fake exposures, because they really would rather be in your place, but they're not willing to do what you do to be in your place. You understand? They like shortcuts. They're spiritual narcissists, altruistic narcissists. They just want shortcuts. That's what it is. They just want shortcuts. They see the impact that you made. That's why they've been in your energy secretly this entire time. Um, they know the gifts that you have. These people know that you gifted. Shout out to H2E. She knows she is. Her reading was on point today. She did a Virgo reading, and she talked about how people was trying to label divine Virgo. We ain't talking about karmic Virgos. Fuck y'all. Okay, you can't get on this bus ride. Okay, but she was talking about how people was trying to label the divine Virgo, because it's a Virgo reading, as karmic, wanting them to be karmic so bad, and it's not giving that, right? I like when the whipped cream is all at the bottom. It's like, yeah, they want you to be karmic so bad. They want to vibe shift, but it's not giving that. Everything that you're showing in the face of all these challenges and booby traps that they laid before you, they see you just hopping over these. It's kind of like landmines. They see you hopping over the landmines, just skipping over it like, wee. They see you just going through the obstacle course that they laid out for you. And you doing what to do. These are obstacle courses that they can't even fucking get through themselves. And they're watching you. They're watching how you get yourself out of these traps, and they're studying you. But anyway, in the reading, she was speaking about that, and it was that reading definitely resonated with me, resonated with my energy a lot. So it was a good energy target for me. She even had a card, or even said alchemist twice, and everything. So she definitely picked up on my energy in the reading. You know, because all us divines were all going through similar things at similar times. All right. So shout out to her because I was just like, yes, exactly. And she's starting to see the plagiarism and starting to see all that stuff. Tend to do that a lot. And so you have to really be careful who you're watching or who you're going to. Excuse me, who you're watching, who you're going to for your messages and stuff like that. It's very important. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go to the gas station from here because my deposit just kicked in, child. And I want to do some driving. I've been in the house for a minute. And I want to um, do some work because maybe around Friday tomorrow I'm not gonna even go anywhere until late. If I have like a late night so work assignment, then I'll come out because I like to because Fridays be so much pandemonium on the streets and shit. So I just like I ain't got time for that. Have to do because I think that's what's going to help you with your manifestation for real. Is think about your favorite childhood movie. Think about a movie Think about a movie that made you believe in yourself. Just think about something like that, and then watch it, and then see what you learn from. Like, oh, that was a spiritual message. Oh, okay, they meant by that. Like, just see what's going on, right? And you'll find it there. And then practice your mental alchemy as well too. Like, practice visualization techniques if you have a hard time, because some hard time with imagination. They have a hard time with visualizing things, or whatever. And maybe it's because they can't quiet their minds. And a subliminal flush. That's what I'm hearing too. Maybe like a subliminal flush you need to listen to because you're bombarded with lots of messages. So maybe a subliminal flush can help you to clear your mind, and then you can listen to some sound therapy or some very good subliminals. Okay, I love subliminals. I'm a part of the subs community. It's a very low key community, and I love it. And you also want to make sure that your spirit take to whoever you want to listen to if they do subs. I don't listen to any old body that do subs. Okay. For at least for me, and you just want to make sure that you're listening to people that your spirit take to, if they're good peoples or whatever, you feel good energy with them or whatever, because, the subs community got their bullshit too. Okay. They got some people that put a lot of like, certain little, they kind of have like a backmasking kind of thing. The same thing how they do with the music industry and all that shit, like backmasking. But some of them might slip in little negative things, or you will continue to listen to me or else. Da 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 da. So you just have to be careful who you're listening to. So make sure the person is tried and true. Read comments, see what other people say. So I love subs. I like Diamond. She does good subs. Her name is Diamond. She do really good subs. She does the whole. I like her style because it's very like retro wave, vaporwave. Some of the images that she chooses has a very like vaporwave type of flavor. So I could tell she's definitely a vaporwave nerd like myself. And her music selections are bomb, and it just goes well. I love her affirmations. They're absolutely gorgeous, and she actually writes down the affirmations so you can know exactly what you're listening to. So make sure that if you guys are listening to subs, that the person actually tells you exactly what affirmations they're putting in there. Okay. The one time I listened to a subs, and I had this weird ass fucking dream where I had to fight this bitch, and this entity or whatever the fuck this bitch was, knew who my to beat her ass. She was talking hella shit, and I was in some kind of like weird reality show in some different dimension. I was in some reality show. It was about like a restaurant. It was about a restaurant and bar owned by a group of people, and I was on the show, and I was one of like the bartenders and stuff like that. And it was the bar and restaurant was all ran by us. And then there was even like a audience and a crowd. I guess we were having like a reunion. And this bitch wanted to talk some shit, and we got into it, girl. We got into it, honey. Okay, and she tried to. My daughter somehow ended up there too, because sometimes my daughter be astral traveling with me. She like to show up, and she'll just look around and be like, "Mom, what is going on?" Okay, girl, I'm gone. Bye, girl. Because I be trying to protect my daughter and shit. I be like, oh. I be like, you know what I'm saying? And she'll be like, all right, I'm out. Like somehow she know how to get herself up out of it. But the bitch was trying to get at my daughter. She was trying to get at my daughter. My daughter's an Aquarius Pisces cusp, very spiritually sensitive and gifted too, because she know how to astral travel. She come with me sometimes, okay? And so me and this girl got into it, and she was like, hey, and she called my daughter by her name. She was like, hey, something. And I was just like, this bitch. And she looked like she was so interested in my daughter, y'all. This little, and the girl, I could describe the girl, I know exactly what she looked like. Okay, she's like she's like a mestizo Latina looking chick, and she had big brown eyes, and she got wavy hair that go down right here. Kind of looks similar to like Taina. Kind of looks similar to that, and she's skinny and she was short. And me and her, we fought a couple of times, and then her body turned weird. Her body turned like really weird, like I don't know. But yeah, her body turned weird as fuck. Like I don't know, like a dummy or something. Yeah, It was weird. It was weird. It was weird. So it was because I fell asleep listening to some kind of subliminals that I wasn't trying to listen to. I was trying to listen to a certain person, but it ended up I should have created a playlist, but it ended up going to a related video, and they must have had some type of weird messages in their video. Um, and I picked up on it in my dream. So if you're that sensitive like that, be careful what you're listening to before make a playlist of things that you know that you don't mind, things that you don't mind falling asleep to, because it could slip into your dream, and then you'll dream about some crazy shit, and then when you wake up you're listening to some totally unrelated bullshit, and you be like, the fuck. So that's what happened to me. I'll never forget that. So basically, the moral of the story is create a nice sub list, read comments, make sure that you like the people, that is doing the subs. Okay. If they're going through something, you don't want them to, you don't want that to be projected onto you. So you gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying? So ooh, I just ran over a hole. I'm glad I didn't drive past that hole really fast. I'm about to get to the gas station right now. I'm about to end this video. I love Alton Ellis. That's the original right there. That's the original. That's where Sean Paul and Eddie Zuko got his song from. Okay, this is the original Dandara. Alton Ellis over there. Okay. Oh, you got one car in the way, and you got this bitch in the way, and everybody want to be in the fucking way. Oh, he getting his tires pumped. So I'm gonna wait for this guy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think I gave you guys a lot of information. Realize that you are a leader. You're an involuntary muse. You're a professor for your enemies. You are their teacher. So you have a big responsibility, because they're all of your students. All of them are your students. Your supporters, the people that don't support you, the people that hate on you or whatever. You are their teacher. Okay? They are your students. They are your children. You got to show them how it's done. The name of the game is to keep your vibes up full. Just like if a motherfucker come up to you and tell you that somebody talk about you, so the fuck what? And what else? Okay? You're gonna be able to pick up on a lot of like I said, a lot of subliminals that people try to do. You'll be able to pick up intuitively and address that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You give a fuck what it look like. People understand you. The real ones gonna recognize the real ones. You feel me? So anyways, guys, so I'm finna get up off this video, but thank you so much for listening to the video. And let me see. Anything else before I leave? I think I've been on here long enough. Okay, look forward to some more podcast notes. I have some podcast topic ideas of reviewing certain things, certain shows and stuff or whatever. As for my gold ornaments or whatever, everything that I told you guys, even in my downloads, it's kind of sandwiched in there. Everything I told you guys about the synchronicities, the aura, the dreams, the metabolism, the appetite being less, all these are things that I have gotten from taking these supplements. So look forward to some more tarot readings via my podcast. Okay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the messages, and I'll catch you on the next video. Okay. Gala you, gala me.